Hey guys, I was saying a while ago that I would show off some of my artwork, just because I like to draw and I want to show you guys what I can draw, I guess, or maybe I'll be interested, or I don't know, something to do. Anyway, the first picture I drew, or not the first picture I drew, but this is a Ninja Turtle. And I tried to do my own kind of idea of what a Ninja Turtle would look like. I don't know, obviously went for a more dark, comic booky sort of thing, but yeah, that's one of my Ninja Turtle drawings. Next up, well, this is just random. It's really nothing, but this is something I saw in a dream once. It was like a blob and had like fucking, that looks kind of like reminiscent of Beyond or From Beyond. And there's like a dog head and boobs on it and shit. It was weird. It was a really weird dream. Honestly, nothing special there though. This is one I did of like a bunch of horror icons, my own kind of take. Said let's do yard work. There you got Leprechaun, Freddy, Leatherface, Pennywise, Michael Myers. Who the fuck? Oh, yeah. Jason, Pinhead, Chucky, a Deadite, Scream. I guess that's just a... Oh, that's the zombie from Zombie, or my own little... It's kind of a cartoony thing when you set it down. Just a goofy picture I was doodling, basically. This is a poster for a movie that I'm writing, or whatever. The Smell of Blood. And this is the creature that I want to be in it. Tagline is going to be Death is Sexy. And it's basically making sort of a... It's a throwback to when vampires weren't sexy. This isn't exactly a vampire, it's more like a creature, but there's a dead juggalo in the corner. But anyway, yeah, it's just an idea I had. But this is what the creature's going to kind of resemble. So, and this door... Well, when you see the movie, if I ever make it, you'll recognize that door. This is a poster I did for, or a drawing I did for a movie. Unfortunately, the director died. He was my friend, and I did the movie score for it. And the movie is called Hopeless. And this was the cover I was hoping to give him for the movie. Unfortunately, yeah, he died in his sleep. He was very young. It's very sad. His name was Eric Lobert, and he was a really nice guy. But this is a poster art I did for Eric. Next up, this is a comic that I only do like page panels like this. Sackface and Glut, or The Adventures of Sackface and Glut. And this one has Detective Cross in it too. He's drinking wood polish. He says, I am very cross in every aspect of the word, because he's always angry. That's Sackface. I don't want to give anything away about him, because I eventually want to turn it into a full comic. This is a demon that follows him around, named Glut. Jesus, what the fuck was that? Oh, that was scary. After this fight, can we go for nachos? And this bartender is always in the bar with them. He's like, oh no, they do this every Friday. Yeah, I know. Just a goofy little comic that I made up. And this is another different kind of take on them. Adventures of Sackface and Glut. And Glut is like, hey, this is getting a little weird. I know where there's a big cookie. He's always wanting to eat stuff. Sackface is just thinking, how did her ass end up so flat? Are those chicken legs? Her head looks like a pineapple. Miley is a pineapple chicken. And I drew Miley Cyrus twerking or whatever and farting. And there's the giant cookie outside. But yeah, just that's the same bar, right? Sorry guys, had a bit of a hiccup there while I was filming. Next up is... Oh, this is an interesting one. painted a picture of a fucked up, like, yeah, fucked up alien, and it's like an alien sucking the brain juice out of a baby, and basically it's like it's like a really fucked up version of a mother. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a fucking nightmare, really. That's sort of what I based it off of. Everything about it's just kind of fucking off. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking weird. My dad looked at this and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Yeah, it's just a really, I don't know, I was bored, you know, how that goes. Oh, here's kind of a funny one. Drew a picture of, I worked at A&W a long time ago, and I drew a picture of my boss and the manager, and boss is holding a giant dildo, and he said, "You're hired," and he's all perverse, and he's obviously the Burger King, and that's my buddy Jory, the manager, being all fucking crazy. And I wanted to make a musical called Dubstep, because we worked at the Dub. I don't know, it's just a goofy idea, really, but here's a drawing. I don't really know why I wrote "fuck life" all over it, other than, but there's this ghost behind this. It's kind of based off the Mask comic book character, I guess, but there's a ghost behind her for some reason, so I don't really know what this was supposedly about, really, but I thought it looked cool, so I kept it. When I made my first album, or not my first album, but one of them, I came up with a character called the Dumpster Grunt, because my music is, well, technically this is for a rap group that me and my friends were starting, but it wasn't just a rap group, it was like all sorts of different musicians, but we were called the Dumpster Collective, and this is the Dumpster Grump, and yeah, I don't know, just a goofy little, you know, character. This was my character. We're each gonna have our own characters, so this was gonna be me. But yeah, it's one of the. And that was the first version of him. I think I did a better version of him in a different album. Oh, here's another picture I drew of my old manager Jory. Bill, put on your headset now or whatever, because he's flying on a giant cheeseburger. Because he was really obsessed with headsets, and I fucking hated wearing them. So that's where that joke comes from. Next up, this is based off of the Freak Brothers comics. I don't know if anybody knows. Called it the Fuzz Brothers. Meet Buzz and Cuz Fuzz. And this is the Furious Fear. And it says, "Oh no," up here. And he's like, "I feel like shooting people today," right? He's like a fucking, one hand's a gun, the other hand's a club, you know. And this is Buzz Fuzz, and he's thinking of basically nothing. He's an idiot. And this guy's like, "Maybe this will work. We need jobs, please," you know. And then there's a little bird down here. "I'm a talking bird named Rascal. Nice to meet y'all." I don't know. Basically, I don't know. It's supposed to be based off of 70s, you know, Freak Brothers comics. I love how his feet are just toes. Anyway, it's another one. Here's kind of a simpler, I don't know. I don't really like this one all that much, but there's a lot of flaws in this picture. I don't know what was wrong with me at the point, but this wasn't my day for drawing. I don't even know why I put it in the video, to be honest. Not my favorite moment. Here's an interesting one. This is my concept art for It, Pennywise the Clown. This is him because the clown in the book changes shape, so kind of wanted to make it so his tongue's actually coming out of his throat into a head, and he's got the sucker hands, and you know, he doesn't. I try to make him look like, you know, because the polka dots aren't exactly the way a polka dot would look. More like a polka dot would look if you were high on mushrooms or something. But yeah, like it's, and you know, his one makeup is coming off of his face. I was just trying to make him look like not exactly like a real clown, more like he's just forming into one. So yeah, I don't know. That was just sort of my concept art. There's the little boat or whatever. This is when I drew the picture, and I mean, you could stare at this in any direction for fucking ever, and it would make sense. But yeah, this is just my sister colored it in. I drew it, and man-made paste. It's real. Eraser head, I think, probably with the man-made chickens made me think of that. My dad always says respect the cheese, so there's a mouse sitting on a block of cheese. It says respect. You could literally look at this for fucking forever and find something new in it. I just tried to do a drawing that covered the whole page. So, this next one is zombie or zombie, I guess. But I was trying to do like my concept cover art for zombie. I think I took this from Dawn of the Dead, and I took the original picture of zombie, kind of tried to mix it with Night of the Demons and some other shit, and I came up with this sort of art. It's not my best drawing, but I like it. I think it's cool. I based the Z off of Necromantic, the way they write that, and the rest of it was kind of an idea from my buddy, because he drew a picture kind of similar, like when it comes to this kind of writing. And I don't know, I kind of fucking took it my own route. But he gave me the idea for how to write like that. I like it. And last but not least, this is my very first acrylic painting. And I think it came off okay. I don't know. You can tell me what you think, but this is my Friday the 13th acrylic painting. And I actually cut this out of paper and painted it, and then glued it onto the acrylic painting. Before it was just the background, which itself looked really cool, to be honest. I could have just kept the logo without the mask. But, you know, if I really wanted to, I suppose I could remove the mask. But yeah, I wouldn't even have to have the logo, to be honest. I like the red sky, kind of Holocaust-y looking, right? But yeah, guys, that was my art. That's all of it. So thank you for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Have a good